Rock and roll. Hi, my name is Muzi Kuzwayo, and I'd like to tell you a story about a very special communications agency group. King James is an agency that's pretty close to my heart because, firstly, I was a partner of it. That's me standing right there. What a great day that was. I got to watch this agency grow and develop first from inside and later from a distance. It's an agency that in the first 24 years of its life has been successful and it's been admired at every stage of its growth. It's an agency that has excelled at everything that they sought out to do. Advertising, design, PR, digital, social, constantly evolving, always excelling, and ultimately becoming one of the great independent South African agencies of all time.
I don't think we necessarily expected to become a significant player when we started out. We're as surprised as everyone. For an agency that didn't really have a plan, the plans come together rather nicely. It's been one hell of a journey.
The King James journey starts back in 1998 when James and Al opened their doors and they set about building their agency. One client, one staff member, one ad, and eventually one specialist company at a time. They always saw the future of advertising as a collaboration between communication disciplines, so they systematically set about starting companies in the areas in which they wanted to have skills in. After the ad agency, they opened a design and promotions agency, then a web development agency, then activations, PR, social media, and eventually, as the world barreled into the digital era, a digital agency with comms, dev, and media. The creation of all of these companies meant that when the era of integrated advertising eventually arrived in earnest, King James was a fair bit ahead of the curve. They had all the pieces in place. They just needed to fuse them, which they duly did. But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Our approach has always been very simple. Give the clients the best ad in the category. Don't worry about awards. Don't worry about our fame. Worry about the client's fame. Worry about the brand's fame. Make the kind of advertising that their competitors want to beat. And so the whole category is raised. And that's, to us, is the way to build an agency's reputation.
This approach worked a storm. The agency quickly earned a reputation for not hunting awards, but winning them anyway. And it was in design that they first made their mark, literally with Mark and Jenny.
Those back-to-back Grand Prix really gave us a boost as a small agency and helped us attract the kind of brands that we never ever thought we'd have as a small local startup agency.
King James started to stretch its creative legs on brands like Levi's, Mini, 2020, Johnny Walker, Kulula, and Bells.
Hey! Give that man a bell!
And eventually on the brand that would ultimately make King James a creative contender, Alan Gray.
Hola María, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, gracias.
Dicen que por las noches no más se le iba bien por otro. Dicen que no comía, no más se le iba bien por tomar. Juran que el mismo cielo se estremecía al oír su llanto. Ay, 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 ay.
My papa taught me two important things. Always look for potential.
Hola chicos. Hola.
Then,
Hola, ma.
have the patience to wait for it.
When we started working on Allan Gray, they were the 8th largest asset manager in South Africa. It took just 5 years and 4 TV ads together to get them to #1.
He was no ordinary man. He lived enough life for 10 people.
And that's where they've stayed for most of the 15 years of our relationship.
And in the year 1955, he was 24 years old.
And it was the work on Allan Gray that really got the attention of other serious marketers like Santam.
It's easy to miss things, to overlook things that are right in front of you. It's part of the human condition. Let's assume that you read through your insurance contract, and being the meticulously cautious, I want to know what I'm covered for kind of person that you are, I've no doubt that you would have. Could you have missed something important? Overlooked something amidst the Latin clauses and the different sections, subsections? Well, yes. No, maybe. Now, based on your answer and our aforementioned flawed human condition, what if I told you that Floyd's uniform has changed 4 times while I've been talking to you?
With his very particular style of intelligent but soulful advertising, with a healthy dose of emotion thrown in for good measure, King James slowly shared its creative boutique status and took on one of genuine brand builder with an eye for a profound African truth.
Evening.
Evening.
May I ring that up for you?
Yes, please.
Have a good evening.
After me, A.
A.
Then
B.
And C.
C.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
No, not good. Not good.
Just the sounds that words make.
Cat, dog,
Calamari. Yeah.
trash, on the beach.
Good.
Farm, fresh. My son and I mowed the grass.
What's a gold star? Gold star. Unbelievable.
Dad.
Hey, Tubbs, I read your book.
You read my book?
Mm-hmm.
Barman, give that man a belt.
What really excites us is doing great work on a brand that no one really expects it from.
ये देखना, ये जो है ना, उसके अंदर पानी भरते हैं, उसी को लेके ना वो लोग मैच देखने जाते हैं रग्बी का. Bakuzi. It's called a Bakuzi वहाँ पे.
Anyone can take a brand with a great creative track record and continue the trend of great advertising, but to make a brand's first great ad, that's very satisfying.
They even have a name for it. What?
Load shedding.
Load shedding.
God,
I could shed a little load.
We've got these fellas. Yeah. Car guards.
Car guard. Car guard.
Watch your car. Make sure it's still there when you get back.
Mate, that's amazing. I'm getting one.
I remember when we were a small young agency, a lot of our clients were challenger brands, and they chose us because we were a challenger brand.
I'm no amateur. This is not toy. I'm an expert in my field. I'm emergency pool boy. I'm a jet setter.
Jet setter.
I'm a jet setter. When H12 needs fixing, Kalula is my ride. Seems swimming pool is greener on the other side. I'm a jet setter.
Jet setter.
But as our work grew more ambitious, we started to attract market leaders who wanted to behave like challenger brands, and that made for very, very interesting advertising.
Sunday told me good times there by the sea. Our finest force will ride. If we make it through the drive.
What would Christmas be without all the para-pa-pam-pam? Pick n Pay wishes you the best one yet.
At a time when many ad agencies preferred to battle it out at award shows, King James was determined to grind out high-profile work on its high-profile clients that might also win awards. Their mantra was, be a workhorse and not a show pony. It was eventually their success on Santam that caught the eye of their parent company, Sanlam, who awarded the agency their entire account across all platforms. And yes, you guessed it, without a pitch. Sanlam's eagerness to be channel neutral gave King James the freedom to produce a very different kind of advertising. An advertising not loyal to any medium, but still demanding of a bold idea to make it newsworthy and shareworthy. Inside the agency, they called it Idea Explosion, and it helped redefine their way of working.
Sanlam got one man to get more connected with his money, literally.
He wants to be known only as the One Rand Man.
The One Rand Man.
The One Rand Man.
Good morning. I just want to find out how I can get my salary paid in 1 Rand coins. No, I'm not joking.
His salary was delivered to him in a big bag of coins.
He's making it his mission to pay for everything with just 1 Rand coins for a whole month.
Weekly episodes were launched to cover his story every step of the way.
I only have 200 Rand left.
Financial and behavioral experts weighed in on his trials and tribulations.
If you want to save, you have to put those savings away in the beginning of the month.
Consumer media were equally intrigued, thereby generating even more public interest.
You might have seen the YouTube videos, you might have seen it on Twitter. It was blown up across the world, in fact. One Rand Man joins us this morning.
In a society that has become accustomed to credit cards,
if we physically paid with cash, a unique way of encouraging people to save.
But as big as the One Rand Man himself had become, so too had the conversation around saving.
You don't just borrow the one time. I mean, you'll do the same in August and you'll do the same. It's a habit. I'll definitely look at things differently. I think this whole experience gave me a mindset of saving rather than spending. And that's something I'm going to take into the future.
In his first year at the Loerie Awards, South Africa's premier awards show, King James took Sanlam to the #1 ranking for the first time in Sanlam's history, and repeated it 2 years later.
To South Africa now, where Cape Town's water reserves are running dangerously low, and it's in one of the worst droughts
in a century.
The first major city in the world to run out of water.
Day zero may be less than 3 months away.
Day zero was fast approaching, the day Cape Town's taps run dry. And with 80% of water being used in bathrooms, Cape Townians were told to reduce their showers to 2 minutes or less. But no one was listening, and what they needed was a way to time their showers.
2-minute shower songs.
2-minute shower song.
2-minute shower songs. Today.
Sunlam then challenged 10 of SA's best artists to rewrite, re-orchestrate, and re-record their most famous tracks in under 2 minutes.
Challenge accepted.
Get some urgency into the song and get it under 2 minutes.
But how do you make people because I can't understand?
Yes, you did an insane roll there. I've got blisters on my fingers though.
If I can rap in under 2 minutes and like speed rap,
I just need a pen and paper for me to get the
then we can definitely shower under 2 minutes.
Yeah. Cape Town started the rap. You need to double check first that you turned off the tap. Yeah.
We created the first ever 2-minute shower songs album. The album was available for free on our website and released on major music platforms. We then turned them into a fully integrated campaign and launched with online films. We created band posters that became press ads, that became Shazamable links to tracks. And every morning, just as South Africans were getting ready to jump into the shower, our songs played on national TV and radio. Locals started singing along, and soon the tourist industry and internationals wanted in too. As a result, we got more people singing to save water than we ever thought possible and helped push Day Zero out by 59 days.
Having all the essential disciplines sitting together under one roof and solving ideas, we knew that once we had a big idea, we could literally milk it for all that it was worth. And so that became our standard way of working on all of our brands, including Johnny Walker.
King James' ability to combine strong brand advertising ideas with new age digital channels with strong PR intent gave its work real energy and weight.
Johnny Walker, the preferred whiskey of struggle heroes and entrepreneurs, is soon to launch an exclusive platinum blend.
Its ability to use all the channels to explode an idea became its default way of working.
My proposal to you is that I take a novice, all right, someone who's never driven a race car before, never been on a racetrack. I will train him for a week, and he'll be within 5 seconds of your best lap time around Kailami.
No chance.
No chance?
No chance, man.
Okay. Deal. Yes.
It was not uncommon for a piece of work to win awards in all the categories and all the disciplines it was entered into.
So this integrated model at King James means that if there's one brief in the system, the different disciplines bring their skills and expertise to this one client and one brief. But all these different agencies that work together are also best of breed in their particular field, and they really do great work just in their area as well.
In the early noughties, King James became one of the first agencies to sit its specialist creative directors together in the same office so that every brief was tackled with absolute medium agnosticism. The King James website described it as leaping fearlessly between channels, and this new way of working produced some absolute gems.
It's been brought to our attention that a certain fast food chain has cribbed our commercial. Under normal circumstances, we'd be upset, but frankly, we're flattered. And we're prepared to overlook this indiscretion if the aforementioned fast food chain follows these instructions. By 4 p.m. Thursday, we'd like the following delivered to this address. 62 lemon and herb half chicken and chips with coleslaw, 12 kids' meals with chips and toys, 74 hot sticky toffee puddings, 74 assorted cold drinks, and a Portuguese salad. It's a small price to pay, all things considered, and we're sure you'll accept this challenge gracefully. Or are you chicken?
By the time earned media became an essential component in the marketing mix, King James had it waxed.
There is a human migration underway. Possibly the greatest one of all time. And it's to somewhere we all know. The city. African cities will have to evolve at such epic scale and staggering speed. It will require all of human ingenuity to succeed. This is an African city. But look beneath the chaos. Something incredible reveals itself. Patterns of every move the city makes, what it uses, wastes, and creates, all combined to tell a fascinating story, one that is the very fabric of a city. fabrics that, with the aid of Siemens digital technology, can help build intelligent, interconnected city ecosystems. Ecosystems that can learn, plan, predict, and respond. Ecosystems that will be the very fabric of the African cities of tomorrow.
At some point, we looked up and we realized we had some fantastic, iconic, traditional style brands, but we were also attracting the attention of some really exciting new economy brands. Globally, Netflix, Spotify, Siemens, and then locally as well, with South Africa's only digital-only bank, Time.
To whom it may concern, I, Gugu Maseko,
Thomas Mohlami,
Jackie Lau,
Andre de Wit,
me, myself, Karik Newman, hereby wish to declare
a complete list,
a full list of my assets
and liabilities.
What we're finding is when clients really want to work with us, we're having to tailor unique ways of working solutions to their own circumstances so that geography doesn't get in the way. So clients like Netflix based out of Europe, or even our growing client base across Africa. And there's something in that process we really love. It keeps us learning, it keeps us growing, keeps us on our toes.
How did Newland Spring Brewery, a particularly wily bunch of South Africans, get us Aussies to punt their beer? It's all in the name. See, there's a Newlands in South Africa, but there's also one down under. So, the buggers simply asked us Australians if we liked their beer without telling us which Newlands it came from, and we bloody fell for it.
Yeah, the lager's good, eh? Give it a crack.
Tip top. Loved it.
Fair dinkum, best beer you can get.
South Africa.
South Africa?
Oh.
You're kidding me.
Sometimes clients come to us because they want that epic piece of advertising that gets under the skin of the whole country.
Okay.
Get away.
But, I mean, they also know that they might not necessarily get what they asked for.
I've heard about these surfers hundreds of kilometers from the ocean, and I've decided I just have to meet them.
You're right with me. Yeah, you must sit there. And then I show you.
Hey, don't crash now, eh?
Wow, so that's the way you live, eh? Yeah, you can say it's an amazing place.
After spending the day with Thabo and Mokete and kind of seeing their world, I thought I'd invite them to my world, to the ocean, to the beach, something that they've never seen before. There's a connection as to what they do, picking up recycling, and to this clean beach. They have a positive impact on the ocean. They're helping to save the ocean, to stop marine plastic pollution by doing this recycling every single day.
Our most successful campaigns come from taking a brief and really thinking laterally about it and going way beyond what was said in that brief to find something truly innovative. And those are the things that really landed hardest on popular culture and had the biggest business impact.
Turn it up. We're not whispering about periods anymore. Welcome to the loneliest aisle, where we buy tampons and pads.
The best clients that we partner with really have an innate ability to spot one of these ideas. And as a team, we run with it and pursue something that has never been done before.
Funerals are a big deal in South Africa. And when they happen, the cost can be crippling and cause major drama among family members. To illustrate the tensions that come with not being covered, we created a drama series that played out in a completely unexpected place. WhatsApp is the most popular digital platform among our audience, where many family conversations take place. So we launched Ukushona Kwelanga, a drama series told entirely through WhatsApp. Our audience were invited to follow the fictional Langa family's WhatsApp group over 7 daily episodes leading up to the funeral of the father. Messages were sent throughout the day as the characters' plans started to unravel and the clash of traditional expectations and modern realities started to hit home. The story was written in collaboration with Ndaba, one of South Africa's leading scriptwriters.
The challenge was how you put it on WhatsApp because, as you know, it's the first. We didn't have any example to say, these people, they did it like this. I wrote the TV episode and we had to sit and say, how do you plan it? How do we make it fit on WhatsApp?
Some of the country's best-known actors took on the roles of the family in photos, video clips, and voice notes from their characters' perspective.
The man we'll bury today was my dearest friend.
Like any major drama series, we launched a promotional campaign to build an audience through traditional media, PR, and a series trailer promoted across social media. We captured the attention of our audience in a way that is beyond expectations for the category or any piece of advertising. And the campaign has been celebrated for pioneering an entirely new format for digital dramas.
Leading up to the COVID lockdown in March of 2020, we had set ourselves a very bullish path, almost contrary to the rest of the industry. But we had very good reason to be optimistic and many good reasons to look to expand rather than defend. And so we did.
Défendre. Attaque. In late 2019, King James announced a series of acquisitions and collaborations aimed at taking advantage of its very healthy reputation.
There's never a dull moment at King James. There's this eternal restlessness that drives the company, so there's always been this need to evolve and make the company better in some way.
With its win of giant retailer Pick n Pay, King James saw real merit in shoring up its retail capability and so acquired specialist shopper marketing company 34, giving them, amongst other things, the first King James office on the African continent. A 51% majority buy-in of London-based content marketer Cedar shortly followed, as well as an intriguing joint venture collaboration with wholly black-owned agency The Odd Number. Everything was lining up. Then, this happened.
China has more than 200 confirmed cases of coronavirus.
The running tally of people infected has doubled.
What do you do when a global pandemic cancels your plans?
Morning.
Hey guys.
Morning.
Can you hear me? I'm on mute. Can you hear me?
You're on mute, Graham. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Panic buying intensified.
Panic buying because of the shutdown.
Or panic buying has set in.
Come on now.
Friends, don't let friends panic buy. There's enough coming up, so don't take more than you need. Cause you don't wanna be that guy. There's enough coming up on the shelf, you will see. Please think of those in need. Think about what you really need. Cause we got a lot of hungry mouths to feed.
Like every agency, King James kicked into full adapt and survive mode and thrived.
Catchland Rosecrans was meant to spend the 2nd of August at the 2020 Olympics.
We created a plan B for one of South Africa's Olympic hopefuls.
Wait an additional year than ever to represent South Africa.
introduce the world to Caitlin Rooskrantz.
I don't believe that I've given up on anything in my life.
And on Sunday, the 2nd of August at 5 p.m. Japan Standard Time, at the exact moment she would have gone for gold in Tokyo, Caitlin performed her Olympic routine, live streamed for South Africa and the world to watch.
Would have brought home gold for South Africa at Tokyo 2020. If you missed it, here's a snippet. Caitlin, I'm just going to call you my official subordinate. I had tears. I had excitement. Running down.
Caitlin was the only Olympian the world saw perform in 2020. And Sanlam showed that though plans change, dreams don't have to.
So the one thing that we didn't expect to happen was win big Pan-African business during lockdown. And that's exactly what happened with Liquid Intelligent Technologies. And in that same period of time, many other account wins followed.
Maxil, welcome to our world of softness.
We're seeing real tractions on the digital platform and data services side of our business. We have a number of global projects active right now, including Nike and Visa, which we're incredibly excited about.
As challenging as it's been, we've managed to sustain our obsessively high standards for our clients, and in some cases, even stretch them.
South Africa. We're one of the worst savers in the world.
Let's speak about South Africans. Are we in a good habit of saving?
We've got one of the lowest savings rates in the world, actually.
The best way to help fix this is to inspire a new generation of savers. For a child, there's nothing worse than waiting for what you want. But what if the act of saving could be just as rewarding as the thing you're saving for? This looks like a normal job, but it can do amazing things. Far more powerful than you can imagine. All it takes is a coin to put inside. And every time you do, magic happens. To start, set any savings quest, like a skateboard. Then watch your very own dragon come to life. In your room, in your garden, oh, what a cutie, or wherever you are. Each time you grow your savings, your dragon grows a little more too. Once you've completed your savings quest, you're rewarded with your final, fully grown dragon.
Oh my God, look how easy.
And along the way, you'll learn helpful savings tips. From the app, parents can open a Satrix children's account and watch their savings grow. For the first time, kids are now loving saving as much as the things they're saving for. And the future of South Africa's saving is looking a little bit brighter.
We're desperate to get our people back into the office, but at least we know we can still do the kind of advertising we like to do, even during the toughest of circumstances.
In the game of life, one important thing can increase your chance of success. Confidence. Confidence is the game changer.
Confidence! Where do I find that, Jose?
First rule, you need a goal.
I don't play soccer.
Nice color.
Right?
But not that kind of goal. What do you want from life?
Happiness. Success.
Checkmate.
Less worries.
Next, you need a strategy.
I gotcha. Like a game plan.
Exactly. Put in the work and stick to it. Nothing pays better. Trust me.
No.
Then you need to be patient.
How patient?
More patient. Success cannot be hurried. And most important of all, you need the right team behind you. Do all these things, and you will have the financial confidence to achieve anything.
Anything?
And everything, my friend.
As
As we move to this remarkable period in history, the one thing we've learned is how critical each and every person is in a creative organization like ours. If we didn't appreciate how capable every person is and how able they are to rise above it all, we certainly do now. And that is something we will nurture and cherish as we move forward.
While a lot has changed over its almost 24-year history, one thing has never changed.
We are first and foremost a credit business. We don't make widgets. What we do every day is a very personal reflection of who we are, and we will always want to be respected for our credit product. That's unconditional.
In the now famous Book of King James, with all its blank pages, waiting for the next chapter to be written, what's next for King James? What awaits the Purple Bloods? At the height of the lockdown, in winter of 2020, James and Al fielded a call. It was the kind of call they'd received many times before, that they were never willing to take seriously. But this time they were, because it came from a company they'd long been intrigued by. And so, it was decided. The next logical step in the King James story. The rest, as they say, is the future.
All right, so are you ready? Here we go. Date is, sure, it's quite a thing, I won't lie. Oh, my signatures don't even match. Mine don't either.
I can show you.
Show you the world.
The world.
Take
you.
Wonderful.
By wonder.
Over.
Sideways.
And we're under.
Like a magic carpet ride.
Unbelievable.
It is truly unbelievable.
It's just an indescribable feeling.
Endless time. What's the time now, Cam? Exact time.
3:29.
3:20. Let it be noted. 3:29. On this day, the 6th of the 9th, 2021, we started a new journey.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. It's done.
6th September 2021.
Now it's done.
Let me get this before your tears damage it.
Oh, my word. Okay.
Jeez. All right. Thanks.
Let's go.
This is a whole new world.